Yeah. So let me talk to you about the difference between a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA. And we can even use some simple math here. But if you could kind of give a summary, what's the difference between a Roth and a traditional? Why is that distinction so important for people to understand?
So those are the two big account options out there. And it's the same in the 401k. You can have a Roth 401k or a traditional 401k. Sometimes in the 401k space, it's called pre-tax, traditional, post-tax Roth. So in the traditional IRA, the deal is you put money in. Let's say you put $7,000 in your traditional IRA. It could be 20 grand in your traditional 401k. The government's like, thank you very much. We want to incentivize you. You got to take a $7,000 tax deduction because you put $7,000 in your IRA. So if I made 100 grand that year and I put $7,000 in my IRA, the IRS is like, we're only going to act like you made 93,000 because we're going to let you reduce your income with that deduction down to 93, which means you pay less tax. Now, the deal with the traditional is when I go and invest it, I don't pay any taxes. I'm buying stocks and selling them. I'm getting dividends. I'm investing in real estate. I'm getting rental income or cash flow or the property sells. I'm not paying taxes as I go, right? It's not hitting my 1040. It's off my 1040, and that is growing. Now, the downside on the traditional is when I start pulling the money out at retirement, though, once I hit 59 and a half, okay, your IRA or 401k is like long-term wealth building, okay? But once I start drawing that money out, I pay taxes, I pull it out. And so that's the downside on the traditional. We love it now because it helps me pay less tax now and I get a deduction, but I will pay tax in the end on the way out. Now, some people that like the traditional say, yeah, Matt, but in retirement, I won't have my job anymore. I will have sold my business. I won't have money coming from that. So I'm going to be in a lower income tax bracket in retirement. So if I am paying tax on that, it's going to be pretty minimal. I can be living off my assets. I'll own my home at that time, whatever. I mean, everybody's got their own little methodology. So that's kind of like the traditional case. Yeah. Now, Roth is different. Roth, if I put $7,000 in a Roth IRA, the IRS is like, thank you very much. No tax deduction. So if you made $100,000, you put $7,000 in a Roth, you still pay tax on $100,000. Yeah. Now I invest that $7,000 though, just like the traditional. I don't pay taxes. I'm building that account up. Every dollar goes back into it. I get to reinvest it. But the perk on the Roth is when I hit retirement, I get to take that money out at 59 and a half, and I pay zero taxes. I'm pulling it out. So people that love the Roth, the concept is I'm going to bypass the tax deduction now. It hurts me now because I got to pay more tax to the IRS and to my state if I'm in a state with state income tax. But if I can put maybe like $100K in that thing and I can turn that into $1 million, I'm having $1 million come out in retirement totally tax-free. And that's and so we actually get more Roth accounts than traditional just because our clients hate taxes and they're playing the long game.
Yeah, if you're playing the long game and you have that discipline right now,
yeah,
and you can start putting that money away to where you can grow it to $1 million plus, when you start taking it out to not pay any taxes on it is so such a huge benefit that I think it's hard for us to understand it right now. But to have a couple $1 million in an account tax-free, people who are retiring right now and they start hearing that and they go, man, if I could have done that when I was young.
Yeah, I know.
They all do it. If you can have $1 million plus in a Roth IRA account tax-free, you're going to be real happy you did it.
Yeah. I mean, my largest client has a $400 million Roth IRA. Okay. I have a lot of clients, 10 million plus Roth IRAs. My self-directed IRA summit that it's going to be probably after this is posted, it's sdrasummit.com. But we do it every year, and this year will be in Dallas on April 20th. But I'll have one of my clients there. He has a $10 million Roth account, and he talks about how he did it. He converted traditional dollars. So he had a 401k, and then he had an IRA of traditional dollars that had a few hundred grand in it. And when he realized he could convert to Roth, they used to restrict high-income people from converting to Roth until about 15 years ago. They removed the restriction. Once they removed that restriction, he converted immediately because he understood the power of the Roth. Now, to convert, this is important. If you have a tradition, you're like, well, I want to get to this Roth game over here where I can grow this thing and pay no tax. The IRS will let you convert. So this client, he had $300,000 in a traditional account. He converted to Roth. Now, what he had to do was pay taxes. So that $300,000, he got a 1099, and that went on a 1099-R. So he takes that into income, like he has $300,000 of income. But the government's like, but we will treat this as Roth dollars now. So now it was a Roth IRA. And now his account is worth over $10 million because he's done good real estate deals in it. And so for him, it was a no-brainer because he knew he could supercharge this thing. He knew he would put it into great deals and investments. He was already in the real estate space before. And so you can get over to Roth if you're already traditional and you want to get over to the Roth party, but you got to pay the price to convert over.
And one of the things that I heard when I was younger and started really thinking about this is that it's not about how much money you make. It's about how much money you keep over time. And the biggest expense that we have as citizens of the United States are taxes. Yeah. So if we can avoid that expense, we're going to keep more of our income, let's call it 30 or 35% expense. And this is one of the ways, completely legal, completely supported by the government, to not pay taxes.